Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Capricorn. It is a general reading, so it will not resonate with each and every one of you who are watching. If this does not sound like your story, check your moon sign or your rising sign. Your messages could be there, and if not, simply check back in the following week when I put out a new message for your sign. Also, for this reading with regards to this situation, these are your lessons. And so I will read those at the end. I hope you stick around to hear them because they're very important and can offer you that light or that guidance you seek to be able to deal with this or come out of it or have a direction. It gives you, it kind of shines a light on what you need to know or be learning that could help you ultimately. So let's begin. You are currently in this Ten of Swords energy. Okay, so something may have come to an end. It feels very dark. Okay, and I feel like you might have brought this on because you took a stand here for something you believed in. Because it was feeling perhaps very chaotic to you. Perhaps you were didn't know where it was going. Perhaps you were feeling very lonely, left out, unhappy with this card here. And it feels like you wanted to get to the truth or you wanted to speak your truth. Okay, and so you do that, you see, because you're not happy here. You're not happy, and so you reach for the sword to speak your truth here. You take this stand here, but it results in a huge conflict. And it took a lot of courage to do this too, because strength is here. But you did it. You stood up for something you believed in, and it's like you do this with a hope or faith that maybe your voice will be heard, that maybe what you're trying to get across will be felt. There was something that was causing you heartbreak, and I feel like you struggled with this decision to take a stand. But you had to. It's like you could no longer. Maybe the person felt like you were accusing them. It could be because it's like someone pointing a finger. So there was, I feel like this ended badly. You know, things getting out of hand. It didn't go the way you wanted it to, clearly, because you ended up in the Ten of Swords. But you were hoping for a certain result or desire with the wish card being here. It just got out of control. This is not where you meant to end up. So a lot of confusion and I feel like you don't know, because the Three of Swords reappears in this card. There's 3 spades here. I feel like you don't know how to proceed from here. There's confusion over whether you will get or would get a new opportunity to maybe make things clear, possibly, or to clear things up. It's because you want to find a solution. We see it here. To get out of this dark place that you're in here. You see there's no sun. And so it's like you speak to spirit, maybe praying for divine intervention to help you get out of this spot with the star being here. Praying for a direction, a way. But you do hold the book of knowledge. Unfortunately, it's closed and you haven't opened it. But this card would be telling me that you already hold the answer to the question you ask. You want to restore order. I feel like you're trying to pick up the pieces and move on, but are unable. It's not because it's you weren't expecting this ending, is what I pick up. And so like you weren't expecting it, and so it's like everything's now scattered because that's not the way it was supposed to go, and now I don't know which direction to go. I don't even know where this is going anymore, you know. And so you're in that Nine of Swords energy. You want this conflict to end. The Five of Swords, which was upright here, is now in the reverse here. So this is something that when it was in the upright, it was something that was very fragile. Maybe the person took it wrong or very hard. Maybe you touched a very sensitive point with them and maybe they blew up. But in either, you know, for either one of you, neither one of you won anything in that battle. The only thing it brought was heartbreak, anxiety. Nine of Swords. So that's a lot of anxieties, a lot of overthinking or thinking the worst, unable to sleep, imagining the worst, what's going to happen here, you know, now. It could be that with the Nine of Swords, this can speak to regret over an action that was taken, I feel, back here, or regret about words that may have been said, because it's something that kind of feels like you went in with the right intention, but it escalated, and in the escalation, things were said without thinking. Mm-hmm. And so we have the Eight of Swords still. It's like a battle of the mind. I feel in this case the mind and the heart. The head's bandaged, the heart is bandaged. So this is an argument here. This is what this card's telling me. It's talking about an argument, and we see it here that that started quickly and ended quickly, which is exactly what happened, you know. But the victory was very much short-lived. It was it leaves you with a lot of anxieties here, not knowing what to do. It's like, should I, shouldn't I? Feeling imprisoned, feeling, having a lot of fears that overwhelm you. It's like you're not talking either. You're just doing a lot of thinking, trying to, you don't like the hand that you've dealt yourself, I feel, because you weren't expecting that. It was like a bad surprise. It wasn't supposed to get out of control. And this king, he doesn't like drama, you know. So, and we see it, you know, over here. Goodness, you know, it's like with this Eight of Swords. It's here we have that chaos again, right? And it's like no matter how you got into that or tied up in those 8 swords, which is a repeating card in your reading, getting out feels like it's not going to be easy. Okay, you know, stinging words were said, and it was like a standoff here. A lot of confusion. Somebody moved away. I feel that you're wanting to move this to calmer waters, and I do feel that you will get that opportunity, okay, because I have the Page of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles coming in, and here we have the Emperor. He's also a repeating card here. This is about a new beginning. So the Wheel of Fortune is bringing around a new opportunity to for this situation. Okay, so we have the Knight of Cups, Wheel of Fortune, the Empress, and the Emperor. So maybe something went out of order here, of course, and somebody's going to come back and try to restore the order. They don't like the hand they were dealt. You know, whether this was you or whether this was them. And we have the Helper coming in here, you see. This, yeah. So this is the Knight of Swords, and this is the Knight of Swords, but they are two very different people. This one is coming in very upset, doesn't think about what he says, he's very impulsive, and he's got something to say, and it's going to sting. This knight is the same knight, but except he's matured. He's no longer impulsive, and he's coming in as a helper. And you have that knight here sitting in the future. Whether this is you or them, only you will know. They are coming in for another chance to close off this cycle and to have a new beginning. To take that leap of faith again. You or them. So I feel like this conflict is coming to an end. I feel like now this person, if this is the person who took offense, had that very sensitive spot, and rode off angrily, they would now be coming back, you know, having thought about it, right? Come back with a realization, maybe even an apology. But they are now willing to hear and to talk, to listen. There's an apology here. And the opportunity for a new start. So, it will be up to you now. How do you wish to proceed? The Chariot asks you. So, let us look at the This is the lesson that's been made evident to you, but it may not have been embraced or learned yet. But Spirit wants you to know that progress cannot be made until this lesson has been addressed and dealt with, and it is abundance. I am a limitless being, and I can manifest whatever I desire in this physical reality. Always remember that you are God, and God is all about creation. God says yes. The ego says no. In order to have abundance in all areas of your life, you must create the space of receiving and know that you are deserving of anything your heart desires. The more you can release limited thinking and worry, the more open you are to receiving the infinite flow of the universe. So, allow yourself to have fun while manifesting what you want in life and enjoy the process. By embracing a positive mindset, you're opening the door to unexpected abundance. It is natural to have abundance in your life, and you must realize that any thoughts of limitedness may have come from either a past life or a life condition you've chosen to overcome. They could also originate from programming that you received from the environment that you grew up in, and the value systems that you were taught when you were young. Now is the time to begin to live with the realization that you are worthy of having abundance in every aspect of your life. When you are in the vibration of receiving, you can manifest whatever you desire in this physical reality. So the next lesson represents the energy currently present, whether you're aware of it or not. It is significant because if you're not prepared for this lesson, it could prove to be a stumbling block, and it could impede your progress. And it is forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. You can never flow with your natural energy of love unless you release the negative energy of hate, anger, intolerance, or blame. Every soul in your path has free will, you see, and you have no control over that. What you do have control over is how you react to the manifestations of others' free will. Holding on to that negative energy will strengthen karmic cycles, and forgiveness can break that pattern. The most important person you must learn to forgive is always going to be yourself. Blaming yourself for failures blocks the natural flow of love, which will attract all good things into your life. The final lesson is one that suggests long-term or long-range, a long-range lesson that needs to be learned, or that is learned to be learned. It can relate to this situation at hand, or it can be an ultimate life lesson of which the situation is just a mere piece of the puzzle. And yes, see, it's love. Okay, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. You are love. It is your inherent vibration. The obstacles and challenges of the physical dimension attempt to trick you into thinking that there are other ways to view life. But there's only one way that is natural to your being. Love. This card simply reminds you that your soul is made of God's pure divine vibrational force of love, and that you need to bring this awareness to bear on every aspect of your life and being. You see, love is a very healing energy. All anxiety and drama, it cannot exist in the aura of love. Most souls have come back upon this earth to learn, accept, and to utilize this harmonic force and to see its effect upon their lives. It is your time to remind others of the strength of their own power of God and assist them in knowing fully that love is the most powerful element in the universe. It builds, fortifies, and strengthens even the most lost person. When we live in the power of love, then and only then will we know truth. True love is the spiritual link between us and God. It will guide our footsteps through the conflicts of the material world and will cleanse our hearts of unwanted facets of the human personality. I hope that you will find these messages helpful with regards to this situation, that they will offer you a direction, a way, guidance, or at least bring awareness to what you need to learn, what you are currently learning. I thank you for watching, for liking and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to those who have sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings.